Hello, dear friends. Welcome in to Drops of Light. Today it's day 28, and we are studying Postcards of Light. It's chapter 15 from the book Gotas de Luz in Portuguese. In English, Drops of Light. And this book is about Spiritist poetry. And Spiritist poetry is unique. Spiritist poetry is unique because it not only is giving us the knowledge in itself, but it gives us the knowledge in ways that it strings the chords of the heart. Okay? So you may be asking, but why are we doing this? Because it's uncommon, it's unusual. In the Spiritist movement, we barely give room for poetry. And recently, the mentors that guide Kardec Radio have been saying, we need to bring Spiritist poetry because that's the way we're going to make it easier for people to feel the scriptures. No wonder when Chico Xavier published his first book, he published it with authors who were poets, Parnaso de Além Túmulo, a book that is not yet in English. And we're beginning the first one being Gotas de Luz by Camisiro Cunha, the spirit author, through the mediumship of Chico Xavier. Okay? So we are here with you to not only talk about the opportunity of studying, but also feeling. Feeling is vital. And on the earth, we're yet to understand how to feel wisely. Okay? So we are inviting you to join us because we need to form also a mental current of constructive thoughts. To help ourselves, to help the world, we need to practice this positive state of mind, positive feelings, so we can help more in this time of transition. And we would recommend to you, if you read poetry, especially spiritual poetry, Spiritist poetry, bring it to your meetings, bring it to your God at Home meetings, the Gospel at Home meetings, bring it to the opening of your sessions. These poems are true bombs of healing light, and you can feel much better the teachings by listening to this poetry. Okay? And we're gonna break it down today to you and I and all of us here in this beautiful community. Okay? All right? Are you ready? Yes? I'm gonna say hi to you and to friends here and there. You know. Here we are. So here we have our dear friends, Aline da Silvia. How are you, Aline? Leonor Pacheco, how are you? Lívia Moraes, how are you? Deni Bravieira, how are you, Deni and Erica? And Nico. I have to say, this is the happiest day of the 11th hour. Why? Because the books reached South Africa today. We were crying out of joy when Rihanna sent us a message saying that the books reached the destination. We cannot believe that we made it, friends. You and I, all of us, we made it. Teamwork effort. Now South Africa has a reference library. Yes, they do, because those are lots of books. And we're very happy. Congratulations to the group for the efforts, for the trust, and for your beautiful thoughts. Your thoughts are powerful. And you're building an enlightening nucleus for many people to come. We wish you the very best, Rihanna, Nico, the whole community in South Africa. I know South Africa is a country, but you know, we love it. What can I say, right? So we're very happy, Nico and Rihanna. Paula Andrade, how are you? Adilson, my friend. Thank you, Adilson, for the beautiful works you're doing, your God at Home meetings, the sharing of messages. It's unbelievable. Keep spreading the love. And Rosalind, Rosa, you're here. Welcome. Ana Paula, good to see you here. Sarita, how are you, my friend? Lea Severo. In Lea Severo, friends, let me share, huh? Too many good news. You know, Lea Severo received this inspiration to donate to the new book drive that we're doing for a center in Brazil that is turning 100 years. It's not easy to buy books there because they're expensive. They don't have a bookstore in that city, but it's a center that is there for 100 years, has been making a difference so many ways. So I would say, for us here, I would say to you and I, there's no limit to the good. The book drive is just expanding. So Lea Severo felt the inspiration. She decided also to donate the basic books of Kardec in Spanish, French, and German. And Kardec Radio is going to donate the English, because you never know the people who end up in that center. Though in Brazil, if there is anybody that is from another country that ends up there, you never know. Did you know that Janet Duncan from England, British woman who is 80 plus, she's the pioneer of the Spiritist movement in England. She got to know Spiritism when she was in Brazil. But back then, we had restricted access to the English. So I'm sharing this with you because Lea Severo had an insight that pertains to the reality. You never know, somebody from another country is going to end up there. They see in the library books in their own language. They can easily access to it, access the information. So thank you, Lea. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Here we have Teresa Castro, beautiful Teresa, beautiful Sunshine, Jairson, who is transporting those books and now DVDs. I'll tell you the story. And yes, Lea, we're open to more drops of light. Hipólito, how are you? We are always happy to. Beautiful Rihanna. I still have, right, Carol? Tears in our eyes. We're so happy, so happy. And Luigi is here. Luigi. Friend, looking forward to our meeting. Being with you, you guys coming here, doing good works together. There's no limit to the good. Right, Luigi? Inara Santos. What a joy. And Karina is here. I have to share. Karina, of the 13 collection points that we have for this new campaign to the Centenary Center in Brazil, she is doing a major effort with her friend Jairson and others. And today she decided, she had this insight as well, to donate a collection of DVDs, of talks by Haroldo Dutra Dias and others. So we just need, we're thankful, Karina, because the DVDs, as you say, can be also of help, and that will increase the spectrum of this library. It's going to become a reference to the whole region. Good job, Karina. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Margaret Carmo. How are you? So, I know Rihanna. Rihanna is saying it was the most wonderful time for us to receive the books with so much love. I cannot even read the rest. We're forever thankful. We do too. Thank you for allowing us to be a partner, collaborator with you, okay? Thank you. Right, Sarita, it's important, too much evil surrounding us, we must spread love. That's why when people ask us, why doing this and that and that, and then the answer is, why not? Tell me, why not? What is the reason not to do this good? I don't know. Rudy is here, 28 drops of light so far. present and thirsty for more. Me too, Fernanda Moreira and Carol.
Hello, friends.
You know, Carol is here on her vacation. I have to say this, Carol.
That's true.
You know, Mark and Carol decide to spend their vacations here. I doubt it's a retreat center, but it became when they came here. And we are working and rejoicing to be with all of you. Ready, set, and go. Right, Carol?
Right.
15, chapter 15. I'm going to read it in Portuguese because it's poetry. It's a different thing. Keep connected. José Chaves, thank you for being with us. I know we have here Glaucia Barbosa. Thank you, Glaucia. Kátia, Marisa. Thank you, friends, for joining us. It's always good. So, friends of friends and friends and friends. Ready? Portuguese first, okay. Be prepared. Chapter 15. Book Gotas de Luz. Author Camisiro Cunha. Medium Chico Xavier. Postais. No esforço da vigilância, não dispenses a energia. Onde o lobo acha um cordeiro, volta forte no outro dia. Há jornalistas no mundo de ideias e bolsas fartas, que embora vivam de folhas, fazem menos que as lagartas. Às casas ricas e nobres irás por requerimento, mas no ninho dos aflitos não aguardes chamamento. Tem calma nas provações, por mais duras e por mais graves. Chega o dia em que os leões são simples manjar das aves. Espírito prevenido no mal contínuo e revel, faz ver cobras onde há pombos, veneno e lodo onde há mel. Cautela no coração. O mal que chega às braçadas, depois da devastação, vai saindo às polegadas. Enche os teus dias no mundo com júbilos do dever. Há sempre angústia e saudade no instante do entardecer. Trata os irmãos atacados da cólera e irritação, a compressas de silêncio e bálsamos de oração. Deveres muitos no bem? Não guardes mágoa e receio. O pouco é suficiente quando Deus está no meio. Mamma mia. These postcards are really awesome. Right? Yes, they are.
Right.
Wow.
Wow is right.
You want to feel it in English? Of course. The whole world is saying, postcards, postcards, postcards of light. Postcards, postcards. Here we go. Postcards. In the effort of vigilance, do not dispense the energy. Where the wolf finds a lamb, it comes back stronger the following day. There are journalists in the world rich of ideas and purses, which, although living of leaves, do less than caterpillars. To the rich and noble houses you will go by request, but to the nest of the afflicted do not wait to be called upon. Be calm in your trials, no matter how difficult, no matter how grave. A day comes by when the lions are simple food for the birds. The spirit prevented in continuous evil and rebelliousness sees snakes where there are pigeons, poison and mud where there is honey. Cautioning the heart. The evil that approaches by armful after the devastation leaves by the inches. Fill your days in the world with jubilations of duty. There's always anguish and longing during the instant of dusk. Deal with the brothers consumed by anger and irritation with compresses of silence and balms of prayer. Woohoo! It's surprising, but there is one more. Many duties in the good. Do not resent or hesitate. Little is enough when God is in the way. All right. We say often that these studies are telling us about a poem that has a central theme, right? That's what it is. We have John DeRosa here. Right there, John DeRosa. For those who don't know, I have to say, he's a good friend of ours. Should be your friends too, so don't refrain from being friends with John. He's a wonderful friend. He loves teaching about Spiritism. He loves Spiritism. He's a member of the Spirit Side of Virginia. And John DeRosa with Steve Shepard has recorded the whole audiobook of the Spirit's Book by Kardec. He was the voice of Allan Kardec. So if you go to kardecradio.com, we have audiobooks, the Spirit's Book, it's all there thanks to John DeRosa, Steve Shepard, and the Good Spirit. So thank you, John. Right? Yay! Spiritist Study Group in Nashville. Guys, who are you? I want to know more. I know Laura Corelli is going to Tennessee, moving to Tennessee. God bless you. Fred Gouveia is here. What is this? Look at this, Fred. The United States above us. And we are sending these drops of light to the United States so the world can heal. Heal the world. Make it a better place, kerosene for you and for me and the entire human race. Yes, there are children dying, people dying, yes. Yes, but if you care for the living, let's do it, okay? Effort, it all begins with vigilance. Today, these stanzas are all about our vigilance, mostly, and our endurance to do the good. So let's go back. He begins by saying vigilance and do not dispense the energy. And he has this analogy with the wolf and the lamb. You know, the wolf is only gonna be surrounding a place if he knows that there is a lamb. We will only be challenged by temptations and spirits who want us to fall into the traps of theirs if and only if we are not being vigilant. But you and I need to know our limits, our difficulties, our obstacles. Do you know your inner difficulties? Ah, Vanessa, I prefer not even. I don't want to go there, don't want to look. No. We need to look at it. But don't look with the eyes and feeling of defeatism, feeling less. Oh, you see how bad I am. I still have the shortcomings. No. We need to love ourselves as we are. You know why? Because God loves you today the same way He loved you yesterday, the same way He's going to love tomorrow. Vanessa, it doesn't make sense. It does. Because God is immutable. read the first chapter of the Spirit's book by Kardec. And let's think about it together. God is immutable. God doesn't change because we change. That's an illusion. Oh yeah, God's gonna love me more if I stop. We talk about it every day, but we have to say it again. Eating chocolate. Don't stop eating chocolate because God's gonna love you more, because that's very patty. And God is not that cheap. Right?
Right.
No. Hey, he's the one. No, a chocolate, a box of chocolate for the rest of your life. No. We're talking about being indulgent with our passions. That we need to cut. But we don't need to say it. We just do it. We don't need to announce to the world. We don't need to Facebook to the world. From today onward, I'm not going to gossip anymore. Don't show the lamb, because the wolves are around. Don't say anything. Right, Livia? You're happy. Yes, chocolate for all of us. Chocolate for Fred. Adilson is saying it's going to be his birthday on Thursday. Should we sing to him now? Why not? Happy birthday to you, Fred. But tomorrow, come back. If you can. If not, we're going to sing to you anyways. Right, Adilson? Paula Andrade is saying she is there starting the Spirit Study Group in Nashville. Congratulations. We support you. Count on us. Let us know if we can be of help. We're here for you, okay? So, if you need to work on something on you, put effort. Remember Andre Luis saying, effort, repetition. We do not learn anything without effort and repetition. Okay? Now he's going to tell us about those who love to write. They love to write and to write things about, things that are useless sometimes. Some are good journalists, others are not, like any profession. But Camisiro Cunha was friends with Humberto de Campos and many others, and he knows what he's talking about. And he's saying the caterpillars, they are more useful sometimes. Because, caterpillars eat leaves. And the paper that the journalists use sometimes is empty. Empty of encouragement. So we really need to be more spreading of the good news. Yes? How can you do it? Share the good things. Poetry like this. Copy, paste, share with your list like a verse. And let the world be delighted in that wisdom. Shall we, friends? Patricio is here with us. Thank you, Patricio. Yes, Rihanna, it's already birthday in South Africa. So we have to say happy birthday to you, dear friend. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear friend.
Happy birthday to you.
Yeah, we love you, Fred.
Yes, we do.
And you know it. And beautiful Angela Stewart is here. Can't believe it. Angela, we love you too. We miss you. Stay in touch, please. Don't go away. Okay, Celia Lancaster, how are you, my friend? So, the other thing is this. Since you may not be a journalist, or we need to think what we're doing with the power of our words, the power of our writing skills, the power of our use of social media, and be more useful than the caterpillars. And they are tiny, huh? So, now this is beautiful. Do not wait for suffering to call upon you. he says in an analogy, to the rich and noble houses you will come by request, but to the nest of the afflicted you will not wait for their call. I'm changing a little bit the way it's worded here. It's not a final version, but the Camisiro Cunha is giving us a postcard of light, saying, go after the suffering of others. Do not wait for them to come to you. Oftentimes, the people who suffer the most don't say anything. They don't show it. You feel it? Go. Smile. Give a hug. Send a beautiful note. That's how we go by. And when troubles come, he says, be calm in your trials, no matter how difficult, no matter how grave. A day comes when the lions are simple food for the birds, meaning sooner or later that big difficulty is going to go away. So you know, a good affirmation, this too shall pass. Xavier learned it when he was in trouble, and he asked Emmanuel to ask Mother Mary for an advice, a counsel, and what she brought back through Emmanuel was, this too shall pass. So he engraved it on a piece of wood and kept it in front of his bed, reminding him every day, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. Even the temporary joys, they pass. Temporary. What does stay? The joy of living, our love for God, for ourselves, for others. What else do we need? Right? So let us tell ourselves, if you're feeling right now something is happening in your life and it's bothering you, let's practice this affirmation. I'm saying this because even neuropsychology says that if you touch your body when you're saying affirmations, it can be more potentiated in its therapy. So let us do this exercise, okay? Since these are affirmations as well, tell ourselves, forget, erase, delete, tick, tick, tick. This too shall pass. Breathe in and out. This too shall pass. Breathe in and out. This too shall pass. Practice in your daily life. Teresa Castro is asking, I thought Chico was blind. How did he see this? No. He was almost, but not completely. Okay? Almost. So here we have more. He says to us that sometimes we're so focused on evil and rebelliousness that we see the wrong where it doesn't exist. Poison where there's honey. That's not good. Some people are so fearful that they are like skeptical of the good. Don't be skeptical of the good, even in those who are doing the wrong, including ourselves. Look at ourselves and others with that feeling of kindness. I know this person is pushing my buttons. Let me press another button, the button of compassion, the button of love, the button of forgiveness, the button of kindness, the button of patience. Keep pushing. Boom, 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 boom. They push some, you push others. Antidote. Huh? Ping, 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 ping. You choose the buttons. Emotional. It's what we call emotional intelligence. Oh, but they're pushing my buttons. Okay, I can choose my emotions. Jesus taught us clearly, You are not at the whims of people. If you love God above all things, God, connection, push the button. You know when you go to a hospital and there is a button, right?
Right.
How do you call that? I don't know. Yeah. If you need anything, the nurse says, push this button and we'll come. People are pushing your buttons. You push that button. Say, God, quickly come here. And keep pushing other buttons. Compassion and love and forgiveness. Emergency call. Thank you, Sylvia. Welcome. Call bell. Thank you, Teresa Castro. Right? Yes. Yes. And Paula is saying, remember Zivaldo saying not to react. We need to learn. We react naturally. Okay? But it's important. Now, caution, talking about emotional management. This is a lesson now on emotional management. Caution in the heart. The evil that approaches by armful after the devastation leaves us by the inches. Meaning, does he mean here? He means emotional management. Yes, emotional management. Evil that comes with great intensity when, it leaves after the devastation, it leaves slowly. So we need to be cautious. Cautious with what? With our own emotions. Because we attract spirits that are like-minded. Right? Now, fill your days in the world with jubilations of or duty. There's always anguish and longing during the moment of dusk. Yes, many people say, I'm too young, I don't need to spend my time helping people, I'm going to do that when I retire. But when you retire, if you get there, you may be sick, incapacitated, and you don't have the actual spiritual muscles to do it because you didn't train yourself. So the earlier we begin to serve, the better it is. When should we begin? When the baby is in their belly, gestated. 2, I remember I did mediumistic meetings until 8 months of gestation of Virginia. And I stopped in the last month being a medium. Because if you're a medium, you can go on. You only stop or don't do it if you haven't been a medium. But doing the works, charitable works, any works, outreach efforts in the belly. They are born and they come with you. I remember when Virginia was born as a baby, we still do. It's been more than 4 years that we do this baby drive since I was pregnant in our center to help mothers who are at risk so they don't commit abortion. It's to an organization. Virginia was born, I would bring the donations and bring her with me. That's how we help. Now we go to DC, she comes with us.
She serves tea.
Yeah, and Carrie's reminding me, thank you, she serves the tea. She's almost 4, and she knows how to pour the tea on the cups and give to each and every brother and sister who comes by, the homeless in the Franklin Square Park. We teach them and they come. Of course, they want to play and they want to run away and go to the playground. But I say, what about those who don't have anything? And they need to start early. Is it hard work for us as adults? No, it's super hard work. Because you have to do your duty and train them. But that's the only way they're going to learn. The sooner the better. Right? Exactly. So here we have this beauty saying, don't wait for the end of your life to do what you need to do. Do it now, today, now. You know how this book drive start, Cardiac Radio started, the center started, the good works that we know of, like this. Idea comes, good idea, benefiting everything, done. That's how we know. We don't like, let me bring people, let me talk, let me discuss. And as Dr. Bezerra de Menezes said, when charity is too much discussed, it comes late to those who are in need. How many people in this world need the Spiritist teachings? Millions, billions. But if we don't make it available, they won't have it. So if you want to help Kardec Radio, the Spiritist Magazine, I know Lívia Moraes is waiting. Lívia, we're adjusting the system for you to help us. We have 2 friends who are waiting in the pipeline to be trained to help us at Kardec Radio, etc. We're keeping an eye. We'll contact you soon. But we always are open to expand the team. We need help, okay? Now, finally, the last 2 verses. Deal with the brothers who are consumed by anger and irritation with compresses of silence and balms of prayer. Compresses of silence. Isn't that beautiful? You know compresses, what they are? You know, it's like a cloth with warm water, like the heat packs or the cold packs. You can choose silence and balms of prayer, like a cream of prayer. The person's upset. Breathe in and out, visualize the compresses of silence, the balms of prayer. Let's send it to them. Right now, can we visualize it, the good? You want to visualize it? Me too. Okay, so let's stop and visualize. Is there anybody whom you know, related to you, is pretty much like consumed by anger? Let's visualize that person right now, shall we? Visualize. Let's breathe in and out, visualize that person. Visualizing like kind packs of silence and balms of prayer, light, showering upon them, making them feel loved, soothed, validated. How do you feel? Márcia, Cecília, não se preocupe, ok? Continua assistindo que você vai estar aprendendo inglês também. Obrigada. Okay, friends? So now the last one to wrap up. Many duties in the good? Wow, if you do, great. If I do, great. Right? Do not resent or hesitate. Little is enough when God is on the way. So, do not feel, many people are like, oh my gosh, I have so many things to do. I feel like that sometimes, right? God. But then breathe in and out, you know, God, you know it. You're taking care. It's okay. It's okay. Because God is so good. God is so good. God is so good. He's so good to me. God is so good to me. God is so good to me. God is so good. He's so good to me and you and Carol and everyone. Right, Daisy? Big hug to you. So friends, come back tomorrow to celebrate Fred Gouvea's birthday in More Drops of Light with Camisiro Cunha, Chico Xavier, and these beautiful teachings that don't stop Don't stop what? Believing? Yes. Don't stop making us feel our light, our joy of living. Thank you, friends, and until tomorrow.
Good night, eternal friends.